Rick. Excuse the scratchy voice first and foremost. I hope that everybody is having a great start to your week. Hope the year's gotten off to a great start. Look, I'm not going to be long. I'm actually in the middle, kicking off the second week to my annual mental health sabbatical. So during this time, I'm not taking, I'm taking clients, but I'm not seeing any clients during this time. I'm still doing a little work, but nothing stressful, nothing heavy, just really in my own flow, reflecting and everything like that, having some great conversations with some great people. And that's why I'm here. Had this great conversation with someone I have a great deal of respect for, who's done a lot. And we were just sitting up talking. The conversation came up about some things that happened some years ago. And we start talking about all these different things that have happened since then. And we look up and we realize where we're at, that kids we had at that time that we did this are now grown with kids. And the statement was made that life is a vapor. And you hear that all the time. Life is a vapor. Life is short. You hear all these things, but when you start to reflect on how fast time actually moves and where you were just seemingly yesterday compared to where you are now, you realize that wasn't yesterday. It was 15 years ago. The one thing you don't want is to look up and there are a bunch of regrets. And what I can tell you from my life is my regrets don't come from decisions to do something that didn't turn out right. That's a learning experience. When you make a choice and it didn't turn out the way you thought it was, you learn from it, but you never have to question, should I have done it? You've done it, it didn't work out. You either learned how to do it better or you learned that that's not something to do, but you never have to sit back and question what would have been, what if. And regrets come from the what ifs of life. You know, what if I would have started that business? What if I would have gotten involved in investing? What if I would have worked on my own personal development? What if, and you start to look up and say, man, I always wanted to do this, but you didn't do it. Why? You played safe. You didn't do it. Why? Because it wasn't convenient. It wasn't comfortable. And you look up and now it's pulling at you and it's tugging at you. And it's at this point, well, even if you're at that point, now's the time to move. But if you are under 50, under 60, and you're sitting up, now's the time to sit up and say, you know what? I am not going to sit around and waste my life. I'm not going to sit around. And when I say waste my life, let me be very, very respectful here. I don't want to talk as if working a job and moving through life is some mark against you. What I want to say is, if you have a yearning inside of you, if there's something on the inside of you that's pulling at you, that's tugging on you, that's saying, hey, I need to do this, then you need to do it, because that feeling is the unction of your gifting. It's the unction of your purpose. It's the unction of your calling. It's the unction of your design. It's saying, this is what I was built to do. And sitting up playing it safe doesn't make it go away. Sitting up and playing it safe isn't going to reduce the emphatic force that it possesses. You are going to have to at some point answer it, or answer to yourself and answer to God as to why you didn't answer it. And it's that answering towards the end. I've been at the bedside counseling people who were transitioning, and that look of regret is the most terrifying feeling I've seen in the eyes of people. Not the fear of death itself, but the fear that I didn't do what I was meant to do. The people who have walked out there and gone after life and given it everything they've gotten, there's a different look in their eyes. They're looking at the same reality. I'm about to transition out of this life. I'm about to move out of this particular space in time. And I came, I saw, and I conquered. And I'm going to tell you is, I have some decisions that I wish I could have over, but I don't have a lot of regrets, because I go after what I think I should have. I go after what I want. I am relentless in my pursuit of the things that I desire, and I don't settle. And Does it come with some bumps and bruises? Absolutely. Does it come with some setbacks? Does it come with delay? All of that, yes, absolutely. But what it also comes with is the richness of freedom of doing the things that I say I'm going to do, the richness of experiencing life in a way that the average person will never experience it. Touching a dream is one of the most phenomenal things that you will ever do, but you will never touch it playing safe. Look, I am so excited about what 2024 has. Everybody has made the declaration that 2024 is going to be their year. And I'm all excited for you. But here's the thing. It will only be your year if you make it your year. It's not going to be your year simply because you say it is. You got to say it is, then you got to move on it, then you got to act on it, then you got to be consistent in it. You got to stand up and really, truly go all out. Well, look, I'm going to open up and I'm going to accept about 4 or 5 people to work with this year. The link is going to be in the box. If you want to work with me and you're really, truly serious about this, because it is a commitment. There's no doubt about it. There's a commitment. But if you want to work with me, if you want to sit up and do something that you've never done before, you want to take your life to the next level, it's possible. I don't care where you're starting from. It's possible. If you want to do that, it's in there. Also, there's going to be a link to the Mind Unleashed course. If you want to start working on your thinking, attacking those limiting beliefs that are holding you back, liberating your mind, transforming your mind, reprogramming your mind, which is going to have to be a process whether you work with me or you don't. It's going to be a part of the process. Now, obviously, I do this so I can expedite that process. But if you don't want to work with me or you can't right now, that Mind Unleashed course is going to be a very powerful option. On that note, I'm going to get out of here. I want to thank you guys for spending some time with me. Again, don't end up with regrets. End up with some, I wish I would have, maybe I should have did this, maybe I should have did that. But don't end up with the regret of never having pursued it, never having made the decision to go in. You can always adjust. You can always learn from a mistake, but what you cannot overcome is inaction. On that note, look, I'm out of here. You guys have an unbelievable remainder of your day. Here in Houston, it's overcast, but everybody's hyped because the college football national championship is being played here tonight. I won't be anywhere near any of that madness. I'm going to be very tucked away. And again, just in a nice little safe space. But again, I hope to talk to you. I hope to see some of you. But at the end of the day, you can only have what you just make up in your mind and commit to having. And it's that simple, one way or the other. On that note, I'm out. As I always say, I live my life on full so that when I leave this place, I die on E. I challenge you to do the same thing.